Okay, beautiful. All right, hello everybody, and welcome to our Thursday night training. It's a very exciting training this week. Partly, I just feel excited because we've got these new products that have come out for Black Friday. So I know some of us have already received our products, and they are absolutely amazing. Like that coffee protein is just, I don't think we could have asked for anything better. So we are so blessed to have that and to be able to be sharing that with our clients. So my big tip there is, especially with those fizz, is just be handing them out, because when people try them, I think they all really like them. The fizz is actually really nice as well. The name, to me, I was like, meh, but once I tried it, I was like, oh, I actually really like that. So that one, I think, because it is more Americanized, the naming of it is not something that we are all going, oh, that sounds amazing. But once you try it, it's really nice. So highly recommend getting those out. And just so you know, they have put it to Arbonne, and Mel Amavisca is well aware that we would like some more Australian, shall we say, flavors coming out. So like your peach or your pineapple and things like that. So there was a whole lot of VPs just saying, can we have this? So they're very much aware. But I have to say, I do actually really like that flavor. And the coffee protein is a absolute bloody winner. It is sensational. So really do make sure that you are sharing and, just letting everyone know how amazing it is. I think it's incredible. Before I hand over to the beautiful Brit, I just wanted to share with you, I'm having quite a lot of success. Here's Ellie. I'm having quite a lot of success at the moment with my follow-ups. Now, follow-ups is not something that I'm always amazing at. I can be a little bit, I guess I have quite a few people sort of come to me, and I do sort of try and follow up where I can. And, if I'm talking to someone, but I'm probably not as disciplined with it as I should be. And I've been trying to get better at it. So I've been following up with a lot of my clients and just touching base with them. And one of the ladies that's doing the 30 days, I sent her a message about something. She goes, oh yeah, actually I want to order another 30-day pack. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So that was her. And then there was a couple of other people I messaged about other things, and they were like, oh, actually, yeah, I want to get some fizz and this and that. So I guess, my point is, and this is something I've been really trying to get better at, is just staying in touch with your clients after they've ordered. So we really want to make sure that we're servicing them, not only just selling them the 30-day pack, but checking in, every week. How are you going? Have you tried the pumpkin bread yet? How did you go over like I sent a message, hey, did you go over the weekend? Did you get through it okay? Just kind of building that relationship. Really with this protein as well, just reaching out to people, but just in general, like it doesn't have to be for a new product. Like we don't want to be only messaging people when we've got something to sell them. Like we just want to check in all the time and say, how are you going? Did you like this? Did you want to try that? All that kind of stuff. So I guess it's just follow-ups and building that customer relationship, which, as I said, I'm very good at meeting people and getting new people in, which is great, but we also want to be servicing the people that we have, which some of you may be really good at, but it's something I myself need to work on. So I've been trying to do it a little bit more, and I found it's been really amazing. Like people have been ordering lots of stuff again, and I'm like, oh, okay, I wonder if they would have done that if I hadn't actually touched base with them. So it's just literally putting you back on their radar, I guess. And as we know, like broad posts on social media are fantastic, but it's those one-on-one reach outs that, really do build that personal relationship. So I just thought I would mention that. I'm going to pretty much be quiet and hand over to the beautiful Brit, who's got some incredible information to share with you all. So I'm going to mute myself and let her take it away.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. I reckon we'll definitely get out of here in probably about 15, 20 minutes now. So this is basically some training that got delivered to us regional vice presidents. And I know that the comments in there, and just even in the More Nations, us regions that have listened to it, we're really excited. Now, don't go posting any of this on social media, because she did say be selective who you share it for. It's not for everybody, but I have just picked out, things that I think will be very beneficial for you to hear in building your business, and just get excited, because let's face it, it's been quite a tough year, 2000, but we're very excited about 2021. So the lady that delivered the training was called Gillian Stapleton, and she's actually director of Direct Selling Australia. Now, Direct Selling Australia, of which Arbonne are a member, are a governing body that look after all network marketing brands that want to associate themselves with them. So, and they're basically, what they do is they set fairly high standards and a very high code of practice that is beyond what the law in Australia covers for social marketing or network marketing or MLM and all those kind of party plan businesses and whatnot. So, when there's rogues going out there doing the wrong thing, they would be the company that I guess either could even possibly take them to court, but more would contact the head office of that business and say, look, you've got a bit of a rogue person here saying this, that, and that. Please pull them in, otherwise we'll take it further. So that's their role. They keep us to a very, very high standard, and they really just support the industry so much. So she went through a whole range of things, and I just thought this was very, very interesting on the back of us coming through COVID and everything. So I just keep checking my notes, but globally, $181 billion of retail sales are from network marketing. So that is actually massive. She even said this, I don't even know how many zeros go on that. Like, that is a massive number. So that is the global, and these are 2019 stats, because obviously they can't really do 2020 till 2020 finishes. So they will update new stats in about March next year. But $181 billion worth of retail sales are accredited to network marketing companies. So I guess the main message there is globally, people are more than happy to buy through network marketing. Sometimes we get put off when we hear people say, oh, I don't do pyramid schemes, or I don't do network marketing brands and things like that. But they are a very minimal amount of people. There is a massive amount of money going through these companies. And it's not just Arbonne, it's obviously Tupperware and Herbalife and all the, doTERRA and all those ones that you would have heard of. But that is a massive amount of money. So people are exceptionally willing to buy through word of mouth, flag all the advertising, the Beyoncés and the, whoever else up there on the billboards, the Kardashians, and go straight to small business or network marketing business. So, people are spending money. Get excited about that. There's a lot of people in Arbonne that have been around for 20, 30, 40 years, and they've been through times when people weren't so open to the concept. But now, and enhanced by the fact that we've all just gone through COVID, even people that didn't like internet selling kind of had to buy on the internet, because everything else, some people were in total lockdown. So that's very exciting. Network marketing actually does have an awesome reputation that is growing. Now, if it didn't have an awesome reputation, that is really because of the Direct Selling Australia, and they've got a global division as well that look after and hold us to the very highest ethics. As you know, like during COVID, we all got clamped down about what we were allowed to say. We weren't allowed to make these very hyped up claims and whatever, which is just protecting the consumer. But overall, it really is protecting us and our industry. So the top sellers in network marketing companies globally is wellness. 36% of the entire sales across all the companies is to do with wellness, okay? So that's definitely us, which is super exciting. The second highest arena for spending is cosmetics, 29%. So a third of spending is on cosmetics. Hello, that's us. And then just finally, household items. Now, I don't know what household is defined as. Definitely, I'd say the cleaning products, but that may also be down to things like toothpaste and that they didn't specify that. In Australia, our expenditure is actually higher. We spend 45% of our total revenue is through all the different companies is wellness. So that is nearly, people that are spending in those kind of companies are spending almost 50% of their money on wellness items. That is massive, guys. Like, our nutrition, like all of our stuff is wellness stuff. That is just absolutely phenomenal. And I don't know about you, gas bagging with your friends since COVID and stuff, people's perceptions around cleaner products is really being bumped up. People that never before gave two hoots about it are starting to be a bit more interested. So that's very exciting. Very similar in terms of cosmetics globally. I just said it was 29, it's 28% in Australia and 14% for those household. So I guess the biggest takeaway there, is Aussies are spending on wellness products massively. They are, when it comes to network marketing companies, they are popping out 50% of their money on wellness items. And it's pretty much is nutrition and weight loss items, which we definitely, weight management items. So we definitely have those as well as other items. So that is amazing for us. You are in the right company, as if we don't already know that, with us being a B Corp and vegan and all those ticks that we have. This is so, like, it's just giving us another fire in our backsides to go, you know what, people want this stuff. You just got to go out and show them. You've got to go out and speak to them. You've got to go out and tell them that this is what we have, because sometimes we assume that they know what we have. We have 500 products. That's a lot of, you know, reminding people about what we have, because you know what, they are going to spend their money somewhere. And if it's not you, like Sarah just said, reaching out and putting yourself at the forefront of their mind, that money is going to be spent elsewhere if you're not tapping them on the shoulder. You know, like there's some people that obviously are really onto reorders, but other people are like, oh yeah, shivers, I forgot. Oh, I can't now because I just went and bought X, Y, and Z. We've got to be, you know, without bugging them, just in a really high, happy, vibey kind of way, is just keep reminding them that we're here. They've got money to burn and they're going to spend it somewhere, so it may as well be with us. This is what people are spending on anyway. Asia Pacific, so that includes Australia. Glenn, can you just check to see if that was a knock at the door? Sorry, I've got my new consultant who's been out and about picking up some items. Asia Pacific has actually taken over the US in sales growth. So US have always been massively leading the way in terms of sales. Hi, Siobhan. She was like, hi. She's like, I don't want to interrupt your training, but I was like, it's okay, it's casual. But we've actually overtaken the US. So this is massive, guys, because they've always been such a leader in these sort of areas. But it just, again, just reinforces the fact that Aussies are believing more and more in social marketing, in network marketing. They are sick of the hype. They're sick of the billboards. They're sick of paying astronomical prices for less quality products. And they're realizing that this is the way to go. They have come to the, you know, they're on there. It's just party and they're willing to spend. So that is, again, super exciting for us. $1.7 billion. Oh, don't you hate it when you can't read your own handwriting? 1.7 billion was spent in Australia in 2019, sorry, on network marketing companies. So that is a lot of money going through these type of companies' hands. When you think about the fact that we don't advertise, we're not, you know, billboarded, that is a lot of money going through. In Australia, we have around 2 million registered customers. So again, this isn't just for Arbonne, but this is for all the different brands that we have in Australia. Over 2 million. I don't know what the population is at the moment. Glenn, do you know the population of Australia at the moment? Really? Anyway, about 20 million. So about 10% of people are already registered clientele of network marketing companies. So that, again, just shows people's willingness to look into those sort of brands. 79% of independent consultants are women. So 80% of, you know, people buying or representing is women. So this is really exciting, guys, because she went on to say later on that with COVID, women have been affected to a much higher degree than men. And that's because a lot of the jobs that have been cut and hours have been casuals and part-timers. And in essence, even though it sounds a bit sexist, it is the crux of it. You know, these are women that have had their hours cut, that have had their, I mean, I didn't earn any money from group fitness when COVID happened. I was earning zero except for Arbonne. So I know that was true for me. I know that would have been true for Sarah, not being able to personal train. And this just goes to show that women, this can really, really help women. So we were the most impacted during COVID. Another stat, we talked about this a little bit at lunch the other day, Sarah, but 53% of independent consultants are metro, so city slickers. 47% are regional or defined as regional independent consultants. So just imagine the opportunity. So really it is sort of 50-50. Just imagine the opportunity. If you know people that are living rural or living in small country towns, this is incredible for them. There is not always a lot of employment opportunities. And what it does also mean is that when women are earning money in small country towns, they're spending the money back in their communities and helping their communities. So I thought that was super, super interesting. I actually don't know a lot of people in regional Australia, but I'm now racking my brain because this is just, you know, we sometimes forget about this. We're all about the people that are closed. You know, this is an internet business. We can coach and mentor people through the screen quite easily. And this could really, like, imagine being a woman stuck, or anyone stuck in a regional town with not having many employment opportunities. And they're obviously lapping it up. Like this number, this 47%, has boomed recently because people are starting with COVID and stuff, and you can even look at the different Australian stats. People are starting to buy further away from the city. They're moving up from the cities. They're wanting to get away. You know, the real estate in some places like Esperance and all that is really starting to move because people are seeking a different way of life. But they also need an income or a job that they're able to hold down in those places. So very, very exciting. We're getting close to the end, but I just thought this was quite interesting because we know that our New Zealand counterparts are just booming over the last couple of years in Arbonne. So again, if you know people in New Zealand, it's definitely time to reach out if you haven't already. So we had 1.7 billion. They are 210 million in retail sales. So it's a much smaller population than us, but a pretty decent turnover. Multi-level marketing. So they're quite interesting, really. That's broken down like this. Multi-level marketing, which is what we are, is about 545,000 in retail sales. Party plan. So I actually don't know any companies now that are just strictly party plan, but they make up around 9,500 million worth in retail sales, and 17,000 is retail door to door, like the old Avon lady. Oh, New Zealand, they're still out there with their little dragon bags, like knocking on doors. 17,000, is it 17,000? Yeah. In revenue still comes from door to door. So we don't have any businesses like that at all. But I just thought it was interesting. Their top sellers are wellness, again, same as everywhere else, but only 40%. So we are ahead of that by a good 5%. And personal care products, so I think they group them a little bit different, is on par with us. So again, it just goes to show in Australia, we know that New Zealand is booming, but we're actually like doing amazing. Like they seem like we all just see these nations being born over there, but we are actually still a massive consumer. We are growing really, really well. And don't look at New Zealand and think that's where it's all at, because it's not. There is so much room, and we are still spending way more than them on wellness. So it's something to be mindful of. The growth rate. So this has been, basically COVID has been a game changer for our industry. It's really sad for a lot of people. A lot of people's lives have been turned upside down or even lost. But in terms of an industry, you know, there's quite a significant number of industries out there that have been booming because of COVID, and multi-level marketing / Arbonne is absolutely one of those. So basically, any company that revolves around social media platforms have had a massive surge since February this year. We are now, because of the gains that we've made, because of thinking on our toes, because we've had to change processes, because we've had to learn how to adapt and do things differently, we've now set ourselves up for an amazing 50-year growth period, guys. So that is freaking incredible. We were going along just fine, but this has shaken the foundations, made companies think differently, and those that are on social media have now become, I guess, very present on social media, and they've estimated that this will continue those companies through another 50 years of growing turnover. So that's like amazing. You are absolutely in the right time, the right place. Direct selling has definitely risen to the occasion. I don't know all of these companies, and these are global companies, and these are the ones that are listed on public forums. So you can Google this. Since this year, the company, these are all MLM companies, right? Medifast has grown 43% in the last 12 months. Herbalife is up 22%. New Skin is up 19%. Asana is up 14.5%, and Primerica, which is obviously American by the sounds of it, is 9%. Arbonne, we don't put ours on the public forum, but Anthony Dean let us know that our figures were 30%. So if Medifast, I don't even know what that is. It's obviously a big American brand or overseas brand. They were 43%. We were sitting lovely at 30%, and then Herbalife came at 22%. So we have done remarkably well. I don't know if Medifast is to do with even drugs and stuff, I'm not sure, as in legal ones, you know. But that is amazing. We are sitting right up there. In fact, we are sitting better than most. So this is absolutely exceptional. People were buying, and they were buying our products. So we all knew it. People were sitting at home watching their screens, watching social media, and then buying to be healthy, and they were buying our stuff. If you didn't get that opportunity, if you didn't make the most of that opportunity, all is not lost. People are still watching their screens now. It has totally changed the way people are. As we just wrap up, 2021 will bring massive changes in the way people want to do life. As I said before, they're moving out of the cities, real estate is, the stats are showing that. People are moving out of the city. They're looking for more opportunities out there in terms of work. They are concerned about COVID or other situations happening again and losing their jobs again, or having reduced hours and all that. People are very mindful, and we know when we get to the other side of Christmas and they have their leave and they're like, oh my God, I just don't want to go back to that job. Be very mindful that these are opportunities that could totally change people's lives, as it has mine, as it has Sarah's, as it has a multitude of other people. It's time to get uncomfortable. If you're feeling really comfortable, you've got to reach out and start letting people know and get those touch points in there so that people know what we have to offer. It's time for change and growth. There's redundancies, there's business closures. There is still, and my husband got a redundancy letter the other day. Thankfully, it doesn't take effect till next year, but there is still companies going through, I guess, their expenditure and whatever else, and trying to make cutbacks now because it just seems so ethical at the moment to do it. It's the prime opportunity to reassess and look at things. So there will be more of that coming, and people again are going to be looking for other streams of avenue. This is a rare disruption in our lives, but it is also an opportunity. Underemployment is at an all-time record high in Australia, which means that people, underemployment is where people are employed but have had their hours massively reduced, so they're not technically underemployed, they're underemployed. And as I said, again, just to wrap up, women have been impacted way more than men. So basically, it is very, very exciting news. We are in the absolute right place. We know we can work our businesses through a screen, through lockdowns, through illnesses, through sicknesses, through our own, times of turmoil. And I just thought it was so inspiring to know that we kind of knew this, we kind of got the sense of this, but this is Direct Selling Australia telling us that, and this isn't Arbonne specific, but telling us that this is the way going forward. So that was it, really. I just wanted to inspire you. I guess I really want to stress it's very important not to take your finger off the pulse over the Christmas period, because you are going to miss a lot of opportunities. Like, I know it's hard with school holidays, but you've got to have that little half hour a day where you're reaching out to people, sending a sample. Keep Arbonne at the forefront of your mind and go out of your door with intention all the time about telling people, because it is an amazing brand. It is an amazing opportunity. We have fantastic products that help people's health and well-being. And yeah, it's just very exciting times. And if you take your finger off the pulse over, December, January, you're going to miss some really good opportunities. So that was it really, guys. So that was a fantastic training from Gillian. I just wanted to bring some of the key points to you to ramp you up over this sort of festive period.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Brit. Yeah, that was an absolutely brilliant recap of all of that. I'm just going to stop recording.